Hey guys, this is Oliver from Tech Life. Today I'm doing a full review of the VR Box 2.0. This is the successor to the VR Box, which I reviewed previously. And seems like you guys really enjoyed that video, so I thought I would make a review of the second one. So first of all, it actually looks a lot like the first version, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing, depending on what you thought about the first version. Me personally, I like the design difference. It's just a little bit more round, a little bit more cool, I don't know. And it's also a bit more practical with the slidable front window if you're the kind of person who uses the camera to go into AR apps or just see where you're going and what you're doing. But I've been testing this headset for a little bit, and overall I would say that this is actually exactly the same as the VR Box. It still has the sliding mechanism. All the functionality is exactly the same, so if you want to have a more in detail look over this headset, you can just see the VR Box 1 and it will work exactly the same. To be honest, lens-wise, I feel that the VR Box 1 was just a tiny bit better. And the reason why I say that is that now when you watch something a bit in the corners, like if you want maximum immersion, you put these two forward and these to the middle. And when I do that, there's a little bit of a weird side on the image, which doesn't occur with the VR Box. And since I've been testing other headsets than just the VR Box, I must agree with you guys that like the field of view is not the best. It is a little bit squared, even though it's not like horrible, you know, for the price it's quite okay. But it is like, if you guys want like real immersion, you shouldn't really go for these VR boxes just because it's not really that great immersion wise. But one of the things though is because it's not that immersive, you look at the image from a bit further away, and that means the resolution is a bit nicer. So like the image quality compared to some of the other headsets that I'm reviewing shortly, the resolution is better, right? It's a little bit like stretching an image to the max or seeing it smaller and then it looks better, right? So that's the kind of thing. Other thing I noticed with this headset is that these here, they are a lot less hard to move, which can be good or can be bad. Like, to be honest, if you like shake it a bit and then these move around by themselves, so you know, every time you use this you will have to maybe readjust, even though that's not a bad thing considering that every time I use these I do actually readjust them like normally anyway. I think this is a product that, you know, it's not a bad purchase, but since my last review of the VR Box version 1, I have experienced a few more VRs and a few more things came out, and I will say that this is not anymore like the best purchase. You know, if you haven't purchased one yet, it might be a good idea to try some of the others. So one of the questions that you guys asked a lot was about size, and as you can see here, you can fit any phone. I heard it's like 4.7 inch, right? So if you have an iPhone 3 or 4 or 5, I wouldn't buy this. I wouldn't use it with that. If you have an iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, and then that's like a bit better. In general, I would say like you want to have a screen 5 inch or bigger. So guys, let's do a quick demo here of the VR Box 2.0. So basically I have my Huawei Honor 7 here. It's a 5 inch device, which performs quite okay with the VR Box 2. Let's just put this in. Alright guys, so I put my Honor 7 here, and since my last video there has been some development in the VR area, like a lot of updates on apps, and I still say that Full Dive, the one right here, is the best option, just because it incorporates all aspects of VR now. The app has changed a bit. Now it looks a little bit better, a little bit more cool, I don't know, like with extra functionality inside, including VR and AR. So yeah, like let's slide this in and I'll show you guys how it looks. So as you can see, there's an image inside now, and if you have a look here, I'm adjusting the lenses, And you see, if I put it far away, and then the image becomes, like you can see kind of a square in there. And if I zoom in, there's less of a square. And then it also depends how close or how far you are, like your eyes are from the device, right? This is being filmed with the GoPro, so it's very wide angle. But this is kind of how it could look inside if you put, depending on the settings. Like you see this kind of square. It's still 3D, it's still immersive-ish, but it's just not the best. And you can of course choose to zoom in or zoom out depending on your vision. So guys, the controller that comes with the VR box, at least the white one here, as you can see, looks like this. And the quality isn't the best. Like, look at this rattle. Right? So let's turn this on and pair it. My phone is an Android, so I'll put it Android. Press and hold this button, power. I'm long holding it so that it will go into binding mode. And we can just connect it here via Bluetooth. This one is the VR box, our case. So guys, overall I would really recommend, if you buy a VR box, that you buy a controller like this. This one here has a joystick that becomes a mouse, so you can use it to select things. And you can click with the upper one, like this, or you can press down to go back. And these three are pretty much everything you need to navigate around in VR. So I think this is a great addition to your VR experience. Actually, I think you can't really like do without this for many applications. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep opening and closing the VR headset. So I definitely think you should get one of these when you select. It's quite simple, volume up, volume down, enter, back. Really nice little remote, and you can choose between Android, iOS. This is the white one that I selected with the VR box. There's a black one, which probably works exactly the same way, but I'll review that in my next video for the VR ShineCon. So yeah guys, this was a quick review of the VR Box 2. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you have any other questions. And I'll see you guys on the next one.